Hello, my name is Charles Fox Smith, and today I will be describing the experience of me and my fellow Louisianans when living through Hurricane Gustav. Hurricane Gustav was a hurricane that lasted between August 25th and September 4th of 2008. Gustav formed off the coast of Hispaniola in the Caribbean Sea and peaked as a Category 4 storm when passing over Cuba on August 30th. On September 1st, the storm made landfall near the Louisiana town Cocodrie as a Category 2 hurricane. Gustav continued traveling up the western side of Louisiana and eventually shifted to a tropical depression when the storm traveled into southern Arkansas. This put my home, as indicated by the red house in the image, very close to the storm's path and put my community in danger of many of the storm's hazards. Hurricane Gustav had several major hazards that impacted people and their communities throughout Louisiana. One of the main hazards brought by Gustav along the Gulf Coast was the storm surge. At Bay St. Louis in Mississippi, storm surge reached up to 10 feet above normal levels. Parishes along the Louisiana coast were hit hard as well, with Plaquemine and Orleans Parish receiving 12 and 10.5 feet of storm surge, respectively. This flooded many coastal towns, and as pictured above, caused lots of property damage to buildings and vehicles. A second hazard that came from Hurricane Gustav was extreme winds. This video shows winds outside the front of my house when Gustav passed by in 2008. The extreme winds caused many trees to fall, which knocked down lots of power lines, blocked lots of roads, and led to lots of property damage from trees landing on people's houses. The storm also led to several secondary hazards that directly affected me and my family. Many tornadoes sprung up during Gustav, and despite being only 4 years old, I distinctly remember the train-like noise of a tornado passing by our house as my family and I crammed into our back hall. Gustav also caused long-lasting power outages in the region. At our house in a rural part of West Feliciana Parish, we didn't see power come back on for 2 weeks following the storm. Thankfully, our family was able to get by due to our trusty old generator and my dad stocking up on non-perishable food before the storm. But for more vulnerable populations, losing power for 2 weeks is a major problem, which risks the health of many people who lived in the storm's path. This disaster resonated with me personally, because communities near me were directly affected by the storm. When thinking back on the numerous hurricanes and tropical storms that have passed through Louisiana in my lifetime, this one always stood out as the big one, because it's the one that affected us the most. On a similar note, hurricanes are important to me as a natural disaster because of their likelihood of affecting my community, both in Louisiana and in North Carolina. Growing up, I spent lots of time down at the Louisiana coast, primarily to fish with my dad. But this coastline is severely threatened by coastal erosion, which is a problem that is exacerbated by hurricanes in the region. Since levees were built along the Mississippi River in the early 20th century, the Mississippi floodplain has no longer been able to flood and deposit sediments every year. This has caused severe coastal erosion, and by one estimate has caused Louisiana to lose 4,800 kilometers of land between the years of 1932 and 2016. This process is perpetuated by hurricanes, and each storm that passes through Louisiana takes a little bit more of the coast away. Furthermore, the severity of future hurricanes will be dictated by global warming, which is a topic that I am passionate about. We discussed that due to global warming, we are likely to see Category 6 hurricanes in the future, which would be much stronger storms that cause more damage. With stronger hurricanes, more and more of the Louisiana coast will be washed into the sea, and the state I care about will continue to disappear. This unit in general made me feel scared for the future of Louisiana in a time where we are likely to see more intense hurricanes. It helped me understand the problems that global warming will cause for my home state, and realize the importance of combating global warming to reduce these problems. And finally, the unit taught me more about a type of natural disaster that I thought I knew everything about, and helped me to link my own personal experiences to the information that we are learning in this course.